guys, it's Jonathan with the Positive Pin and Project Positivity. And this week we're sitting down with Ray Cantu, and I met Ray just about a week ago, a couple of days ago. And I say this with sincere honesty, man, and sincere sincerity that there's something different about you. And I'm not just saying that. When I met you, you have a different kind of kindness and genuineness about you. So it's with extreme honor that I recognize your positivity, because we did chat a little bit. This isn't something out of the blue. With a positive pin. So please accept this positive pin as acknowledgement of your positive attitude, and tell our fans what you do to stay positive. So let me ask you this, because these kind of interviews work out best when I ask you, how do you start your day in a positive attitude?
Well, if I want to have the best day that I can, Jonathan, I am opening up a good read, whether it's the Bible, whether it's motivational quote, or it's one of the personal development books that I'm reading. If I start off my day with that, I know that I'm going to carry that positive mindset to others throughout the day.
That's a good point. Most of the other people that I interview in the videos, they say that. You know, I read the good book, I read the good word, I read the Bible, and other things. So I think that's the key. Do you have any stories in your life where you had a challenge and mentally you said, I'm not going to think negatively, I'm going to think positively?
Oh man, my whole life is a story. You know, I lost my father when I was 17 years old, and it was kind of miraculous the way that it worked out, because I had just graduated from high school, and my father was 3 days away from his death, and he still made it to my graduation in a wheelchair. I don't know how coherent he was, but he was there.
Wow.
And we had no idea that he was going to pass away as quickly as he did. But I was really challenged that next 3 months, because I was going away to A&M to go and study, and I was leaving behind my family. And I was the oldest male in my family, so it meant a lot. You know, I had to play several roles at the time. I had to play a big brother, of course, to my sister and brother, as well as a father figure to them as well. And I was running things in the house. You know, I was making sure that everything went right for the funeral arrangements and fielding calls, and at the same time, you know, I had a decision to make on if I needed to stay at home and make sure that everything was running smooth, or to go away and get my education to make sure that I could help them out in the future.
And how old were you at that time?
17.
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot to have to deal with.
Yeah.
So after that, I assume nothing is really a big deal. I was like, now if I can get through that, you know, other things are. Les Brown says, don't sweat the small stuff, it's all small stuff. So I can imagine after that kind of a challenge, other things don't really seem like a big deal.
Yeah, and it makes you think, Jonathan, because I could have looked at the negative, and I could have played the poor me role. You know, I could have played that part, and I don't think anybody would have felt sorry for me. But I didn't. You know, and when I look back at it now, that was really what allowed me to get into the personal development material that I've spent the last 10 years studying. Because I didn't have that father figure to give me counsel, you know, I had to look for that information and that guidance elsewhere. And so my father figure was, you know, the word of Jesus, and the words of Napoleon Hill, and the words of Zig Ziglar, you know, and through that I've been able to grow a lot.
All great role models. Can't get any better than that. Now you focus on really being complete and healthy and positive and motivated with several things in your life, right? Like tell our fans some of the things that you do if they want to, if they're interested in getting healthier, interested in kind of staying more motivated or more positive. Other than going to my website, how can you help them with what you're doing?
Okay, well, one of the big things, Jonathan, that I've seen is people don't love themselves. You know, people look in the mirror and they find flaws. And you aren't able to love others until you love yourself. And until you're able to go out and love others and create those relationships with others, then you're going to always feel like you're lost. You're going to always feel like something's wrong with you. You're going to always feel like there's something missing. So it's very, very important that you start working on yourself first. And it all starts with you on a mental state, but also on a physical state, because this is your vessel. You know, your job's going to change, that book that you're reading is going to change, your relationships are going to change, but that body, man, that body's with you from day one until day whenever you decide to call it quits.
Yeah.
And when you're comfortable in that vessel, when you can look in the mirror and say, you know what, I am the best me that I can be today, then it makes a world of difference in the quality of your life and the quality of your relationships. So what I do is help people with those two things. You know, one is to help with that strong mental well-being, but then also to help them believe in themselves by providing them tools to have that body transformation and get their swag, you know, get that confidence. I tell people, you know, what is a man without his swag? A woman without their swag.
Yeah.
And it makes all the difference in the world. So we recently partnered up with Team Beachbody, which we promote and support programs such as P90X, Insanity, Hip Hop Abs, Chilean Extreme, Turbo Fire, and we support them with nutritional products like Shakeology and other health and wellness products. Now, ultimately, our goal is to get people to participate in a 60 to 90 day challenge. And what we want to do is put them into what we call challenge groups, so they have the support and accountability to get through that 60 or 90 days. And ultimately, my goal though is for them to find that flame of hope, you know, or find that flicker of hope and turn it into a flame. You know, so they can start believing in themselves and believing in their dreams and their hopes again. You know, and that's why I'm so passionate about what I do, because I see that and I've seen it. I've seen it in people. I've helped people make that transition.
I totally agree. I think that a lot of people, like with the positivity thing, when I talk to people, it's so easy to be negative because we are bombarded by it, and then when we don't feel good about ourselves, we need motivation. We need coaches like Zig Ziglar, and we need fitness coaches like you who are going to motivate us, not beat us down. Because with the media, it's beating us down with negativity, and then with society, it's even easy to beat yourself down if you don't look as good as you think you need to. Where can people reach you if they're interested in finding out your program? Do you have a website or anything?
We do. It's Cantu Fitness, CAN2 fitness.com, or you can always email us at coach@cantufitness.com.
Awesome.
Now we're here to help anybody, you know, whether it's to point you in the right direction with a fitness program, or just, you know, recommend a very solid book just to get the seeds planted up here.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I want to appreciate you doing this for me. I look forward to staying in touch, building a good friendship, maybe giving me some tips on losing this fat. Guys, if you're interested in getting a positive pin, please go to our webpage. You know what it is. It's positivepin.com. Or if you're interested in seeing more motivational, positive testimonials by people like Ray, please go to our blog. It's www.thinkpositiveblog.com, and we will see you with our next installment.